Hey guys, Cameron here and welcome to my Backlash predictions. Now, sadly Jesse's not with me on these ones. Hopefully we're going to have him here for SummerSlam or one of the other ones. One sec. Alright, sorry about that. I was texting Jesse back. So, really quick before we get into the talks about my Backlash predictions, I want to talk to you guys about punishments. Now, we did Mania punishments. We did 10 really fucking painful chops, and my chest was killing me the next day. We want to keep making sure that we up the ante and we make it kind of difficult, disgusting, unhealthy things for ourselves. And we've decided on a future punishment. We're not sure if we're going to do this for SummerSlam. I have a few ideas for SummerSlam. I'm not sure if this one's going to be SummerSlam's or if it's going to be Survivor Series punishment. Or maybe Royal Rumble. It's called Sour Suicide. Now, if you guys don't know what a suicide is when you go to like a restaurant that has a drink machine. If it doesn't have a drink machine, I'm pretty sure every restaurant has a drink machine. What am I saying? That has a drink machine with a bunch of different sodas on it, and you go up to the machine and you put every drink in your cup and you mix it around and then you drink that. That is a suicide. It is something I've done in the past at Taco Bell and McDonald's, and trust me when I say this, avoid putting just avoid putting in root beer and Coke every time you do it. It makes it taste horrible. Okay? But a sour suicide is kind of a thing of my own creation. At least I think it's of my own creation. There's probably somebody else who's done it out in the past. And I'll show you an example one. So this is one. This is Baja Blast with about, 10 sour Skittles in it, I'd say. And you can see that the Baja Blast no longer looks like Baja Blast. And it tastes really sour. And now that's not even a huge amount. That's a tame version. That is a very tame version. I typically drink tamer versions because once you get the full, once you get like the version me and Jesse will do as a punishment, it is very, very difficult to drink the whole thing. Like I can drink that with no problem, but I've only done the full version a few times. So what does a full sour suicide entail? Typically between 3 and 5 types of soda. It depends on how you're feeling. If me and Jesse are planning on doing this in the future, I think what we're gonna do is Mountain Dew. I'll talk with him about this, but I'm thinking Mountain Dew Code Red, Mountain Dew Voltage, and Mountain Dew Livewire. Those are typically the 4 I like to use. Sometimes I'll add in Sunkist if I don't feel like doing Livewire. We'll obviously, me and him will figure it out before we do it. And then you take an entire bag of sour Skittles and you put them into the concoction of the mixed up sodas. And I want to say this to you right now. I don't know if you've ever done this. If you ever put sour Skittles into your drink, you know for a fact that when you get those Skittles out, once like they've been sitting in the pop for a while, they are very tough to eat. They're very like hard and not as good as regular Skittles or sour Skittles are. We will not be eating all the Skittles on camera because that would take too long. It'd be a very long punishment video. Unless you guys want to see that. If you guys want to see that, we'll do it. We'll probably let them. So basically what you want to do is you want to get your drink. You want to put it into a glass. And what we'll do is we'll probably choose a taller glass than this. As you can see, it looks like mud water. It's disgusting looking, but it tastes pretty good. So what we'll do is we'll grab the mixture of pops. We'll put it into a glass. Then we'll put the sour Skittles into it, and we'll let it sit there for maybe 5 to 10 minutes is what you want to do. That's typically what I do. I let it sit so they can kind of commingle, and the sourness of the Skittles and the color kind of rinses into the drink. And then if we decide to eat the Skittles on camera, which, trust me, will take a long time because those Skittles are hard as fuck. We'll probably maybe eat a few. Honestly, if I lose, I'll probably eat the rest of the Skittles off camera. Even if I win, I'll probably eat the rest of the Skittles off camera because they're good Skittles. I still enjoy eating them. So what's going to entail is we'll grab a glass. Again, probably going to be taller than this one just so we have a big enough glass. And we will put the mixture of the sodas into the glass, filling it a fair amount up. We'll probably grab a bottle, like a big sports sort of drink bottle so we can have enough room for everything. And then we'll put in the entire bag of Skittles. We'll let that sit for a bit. It will probably look about 1,000 times worse than this. And then the loser of the predictions will then have to drink the entire drink on camera. And I'm gonna put it this way: I've done this 2 times. I've done a huge amount of it. And both times I've had difficulty keeping it down and getting it down in the first place. So we're gonna have some fun. And maybe as a caveat, we'll have the person have to eat a few of the Skittles on camera. But we'll probably put those in there, let them mix, and then probably strain it so that way the Skittles kind of get caught in something. Maybe. And then put the Skittles off to the side so that way, we'll use the same glass basically, and we'll kind of just catch those. This is probably what we'll do. We'll probably mix them in a glass, and then pour them into like to catch the like Skittles and stuff. We'll probably put them in like a water bottle type thing, and then we'll kind of strain that into like a measuring cup. We'll strain the liquid into a measuring cup or something, and then we'll put the Skittles off to the side, and then we'll put the drink back into the water bottle, and then we'll have to drink the full thing, whoever loses. If we tie, obviously we're not going to make it until after the pay-per-view is done, but if we tie, we'll do 2 of them, and we'll split the Skittles about halfway. We'll split the bag of Skittles about halfway, and then each of us will have to do that. And the reason we're going to do that is so we don't have to buy 2 bags of Skittles. So, on to the Backlash predictions. Fine, I just want to get that out of the way and let you guys know that we do have some future punishment ideas. SummerSlam, really quick for those of you wondering, we're either thinking Ice Bucket Challenge with really extremely cold water and ice, or Super Soaker Firing Squad, which will basically be the winner we're going to try to find the most powerful water gun we can, and the winner will get to shoot the loser in the back with said water gun a certain amount of times. We'll figure it out when we're done with it, when we get to that point. Or maybe a water balloon firing squad, which will basically be, we'll fill up a certain amount of water balloons, and then that gets thrown at the loser. So yeah. Alright. Shit, I just caught my... I went to go lift my notebook up. I went to throw it up to me, and it caught on my chair, and I ripped it a bit. Alright, so Backlash predictions. I'm just going to go in the order I wrote them down. Intercontinental Championship, Seth Rollins versus The Miz. The Miz being on SmackDown, it's kind of obvious that Rollins is going to win this. Rollins is my prediction. It makes the most sense. Keep a mid-card belt on Raw and keep one on SmackDown. Also, I feel like they don't want to give Miz the satisfaction of tying the record for Chris Jericho. I don't think they want to do that. They might at some point in the future, but I don't think that they're going to do it anytime soon. I don't think he should tie it at all. It's not that I don't like The Miz. I do. I like the fact that Chris Jericho has held it the most times out of every superstar that's ever held it, and I want it to stay that way. I like Chris Jericho. He's awesome. He is the GOAT. Number 2, Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. I've predicted Samoa Joe. It seems like it's kind of obvious that Joe is going to be a potential WWE Championship contender, potentially even WWE Champion himself. And I think that they want to kind of do it sooner rather than later. I'm thinking maybe him versus whoever the champ is at SummerSlam. So, yeah, that could happen. That could definitely happen. And then let him overcome the odds and win the championship. I really like that idea. I really like the idea that Samoa Joe is probably going to be a future WWE champion. So I think that they're going to give him the momentum. I think it's also going to kind of put into that whole Reigns is on a losing streak type thing. I know he technically won on Raw, but I'm only counting him as getting the pinfall. If he gets the pinfall, I'm counting it as a kind of sort of losing streak type thing where he just hasn't gotten a pinfall or anything like that in any recent matches. So yeah, but I definitely think that they're probably going to have him versus Lesnar. Maybe in June, at the June pay-per-view, whatever it is. I don't think they're going to do it I don't think they're gonna wait till SummerSlam. I think they're gonna try to have it get over with so they can have Lashley versus Lesnar, most likely. Match number 3, the United States Championship match. Jeff Hardy, the current champion, versus Randy Orton. I predicted Randy Orton. Predicted Jeff Hardy. I think this is probably going to lead to Orton's heel turn. It kind of seems like that's what it's setting up for, him having a heel turn. And yeah, so I think it's going to end up changing. It's going to end up getting to a point where it's like, okay, he's losing his mind that he keeps doing this. And I think they're going to try to keep it on Hardy. 1, because his title reign hasn't been very long. And 2, because I think what they want to set up for is they want to set up for Jeff Hardy versus Shelton Benjamin. And potentially give Benjamin a run with the United States Championship, which I don't mind. I like Shelton Benjamin. He's awesome. He's a really good heel. He's a really good face. And I think he's gonna do really well if he gets to the chance where he's going for it. They could also potentially do it with Orton as the champion. Either way, it's honestly going to set up for a good feud. Although if Orton is seemingly going back to being a heel, I think that having Jeff Hardy the face of this match win it would be the better option. Match number 4, the Raw Women's Championship match. Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss. Nia. There's not really much I can say on this one. It's kind of obvious that Nia is going to be the one winning this. The whole bullying thing has gone on very long, and I think it's kind of getting drawn out, and I think it's to the point where they just need to have this feud end. I think the best way to do that is just have Nia win clean here. And yeah, continue her nice lengthy title run. Match number 5, the SmackDown Live Women's Championship match, Carmella versus Charlotte. Now, I've gone for Charlotte in this, even though I know that it could very well be Carmella walking away with the victory. But I think at least from my point of view, it looks like it'd be a cool thing if they had Charlotte win this back, they had her have a nice lengthy title run, maybe until SummerSlam, and then they have Asuka challenge her for a rematch, and Asuka wins the championship. And the thing is, with Asuka's streak no longer being a thing, with her streak being gone, it kind of got to a point where it's like, okay, we've now gotten rid of the streak. The streak has been broken. But, so now if she's a champion, it's not going to be so predictable. It's like, oh, Asuka's going to win this match, and Asuka's going to win this match. It's going to be harder to predict those matches. And I think now they could actually have it be set up for a good point where Asuka could get a nice lengthy title run. Now, they could even have her face Carmella. Carmella could even win this because of the help from the Iconics, and then have Asuka end up taking it from her at SummerSlam. Either way, I think Charlotte's winning this. And I think they're probably going to set up for her to have a title run until maybe SummerSlam and lose to Asuka. Or maybe Carmella's going to win this and she's going to go till SummerSlam. Who the fuck knows? Or maybe, because I think next month's pay-per-view, next month's pay-per-view is Money in the Bank. Maybe even what they're going to have is they're going to have Carmella have her match. Her match is going to be after the Women's Money in the Bank, and she's going to get cashed in on, and she's going to lose the belt. And I think that would be a hilarious way. Have like Becky Lynch win the Money in the Bank ladder match, because she should have won it. She should have won it last year. Have her win the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and then have her cash in on Carmella right after. And maybe have Charlotte and Becky feud, which I would really like. Match number 6, men's singles match, Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. I predicted Daniel Bryan. It's obviously going to be Daniel Bryan. 1, not counting matches where it's not a Battle Royal style match since he's come back. So counting his WrestleMania match, his matches on SmackDown, completely not looking at the Greatest Royal Rumble. He has not lost a match. That's the only one that I'm not counting, is that one. He's won every other match he's been in so far since he's gotten back, and I don't think they're going to have him lose to Big Cass before going into the feud with The Miz. That being said, Miz could easily come out and attack Daniel Bryan, costing him the match, or distract Daniel Bryan, costing him the match. But Big Cass attacked a little person on TV. I really don't think that they're going to have him win this match. I think it's going to definitely be Bryan going over and going on to his feud with The Miz before he decides to return to the World Championship scene. The other thing I'm looking at with this is... I was about to make a point. I completely lost the point. Shit. I lost my train of thought. Holy shit. I don't know why. Fuck. I lost my train of thought. I completely lost my train of thought. Like, I cannot remember what I was going to say. Fuck, what was I going to say? Give me a sec, guys. Okay, I remember. Also, I made a joke, and I don't think this is actually what's going to happen, but Cass... I did say... Okay, I want to make sure I did predict Daniel Bryan. I'm not just an idiot. Cass made a joke on SmackDown. He's like, this is going to be a 5-star match. It's going to be a 5-second match. And I was like, yeah, it's going to be bell rings, yes lock, you tap, 5 stars from... 5 stars from Dave Meltzer. No. That would be hilarious, though. But I don't think that Big Cass is going to win this. I think they're going to give it to Daniel and have him go off of that momentum into his feud with The Miz. Because they're definitely still really wanting that feud to start up. And I think this is the best way to do it. Give him that big momentum push going off of this point. Have him go into it. I could even potentially see him winning the men's Money in the Bank this year. And potentially cashing in sometime at maybe at SummerSlam to cash in and win the WWE Championship. I think what's going to happen is I do think Miz is going to get involved, but I think Daniel is going to avoid the roll-up potentially, because I think Cass is going to go for a roll-up, and I think he's going to avoid the roll-up, and then it's going to be Daniel winning the match. And I think this could be a nice way to set up a feud with him and Johnny Gargano too once Johnny gets called up, because a lot of people are speculating he's going to SmackDown. So I could really see a nice feud between those two. It also stems from the fact that Daniel's like a real superstar, 7 foot tall. Like, dude, you're like one of... The thing is, the 7 foot tall superstar is like 1 in every 100 superstars. Like, you gotta realize, Big Cass, Big Show, Great Khali, Undertaker, is he 7 foot tall? Can't remember. Giant Gonzalez, those guys are around the 7 foot or above mark. I think Big Show's 7 foot. And like they're like 1 in every 100 superstars. I'm not kidding when I say that. There are not a lot of people who are 7 foot tall. And then you got to go look at Raw, and it's like, really, a real WWE superstar is 7 foot tall, because how many 7 foot tall people have been a world champion? 2. Unless Undertaker is in fact 7 foot tall, but I don't think he is. 2. Great Khali, sadly, and Big Show. That is it. And he's also a real WWE superstar, looks nothing like you, really. Because more superstars are closer to the size of Daniel Bryan than they are to the size of Big Cass. You have Roman Reigns, more towards the Daniel Bryan spectrum. Seth Rollins. Dean Ambrose. Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens. Shinsuke Nakamura. AJ Styles. Johnny Gargano. Shall I go on? The point is, Big Cass made himself look like an idiot, because if he went and did that, he'd realize the average height is closer to Daniel Bryan than it is to him. And I just don't think he's going to win. I think what's going to happen is Daniel's going to win, he's going to get on the mic, and he's like, a real WWE superstar backs up his trash talking, I guess. I don't know. Something to shut Cass up, and then have Daniel Bryan go on a feud with The Miz, and potentially get the WWE Championship. Match number 7, the WWE Championship match, no DQ, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I think AJ is going to walk away with this win. Now, I originally had Shinsuke, but I kind of looked at it a potentially different way, where AJ ends up winning. I think what's going to happen, and this is what a lot of people are thinking is going to happen, is AJ is going to wear a cup, Shinsuke is going to go low blow him, he's going to hurt his arm, and then AJ is going to end up winning because of that. And I think that's actually a very, very big possibility. It makes sense for him to wear a cup. Like, if he doesn't, he's an idiot, is what I'm going to say. He's an idiot if he doesn't wear a cup. After getting hit in the nuts every fucking time he's in a match with Shinsuke Nakamura, or even not in a match. Also, I should point out, it could be a big help to Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan can come out and help AJ, because Shinsuke and him had a dark match at SmackDown on Tuesday, and at the end of the match, or not even at the end of the match, what ended the match was Shinsuke hitting a low blow on Daniel. So I think Daniel could definitely come out and maybe help AJ. Maybe distract Shinsuke for a few minutes. AJ could low blow Shinsuke and then pick up the win. And finally, tag team match, Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Lashley and Strowman, they're both on a nice winning streak right now. Strowman won the Greatest Royal Rumble, and then they both won on Raw. And I think they won the weeks leading up to the Greatest Royal Rumble as well. And I just definitely don't think that they're going to have Sami and Kevin win this. It's not that I don't think Sami and Kevin are good wrestlers. It's just I think what's going to happen is Lashley and Strowman are probably going to end up going to the tag scene together. Which I really don't like that idea. I'd rather have Lashley going for the Universal Championship and Braun just stay away from the title pictures as much as he can, basically. I despise Braun Strowman. But I think they're definitely a formidable team, and also, Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men, so it makes sense that Kevin and Sami are going to be counting the lights in this one. Yeah, honestly, this is one of the only matches I'm not really too excited for. And also, the tag belts aren't being defended. The Universal Championship's not being defended, which is expected. So I'm kind of pissed about that, and I'd love to see the Tag Team Championships on this. The Cruiserweight Championship's not being defended, at least if it is. I don't have it on this because I'm stupid and didn't look it up. But if there's any matches I missed out on, I will let you guys know in a follow-up video. I'll do another prediction video, a part 2 for this, and update you guys with the matches I missed. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all in the next video. Stay cool. Peace.